Hey, I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy, or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it...
Nerd Poker. Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine! Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Gerry.
Hi.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, Ken.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Not quite through the meal yet over here.
Your vomit while you're listening to us is brought to you by Subway. Ken eating Subway. Fucking disgusting.
It's yummy, though.
It sounds disgusting.
Can I get one with celery and grape nuts on it, please?
That's a pickle. That's a pickle I just watched go into the hatch.
You're listening to Ken Eating, formerly known as Nerd Poker.
With Brian Posehn.
Brian Posehn and friends.
I'm taking over.
That is your show now, yeah.
This is totally like that Egyptian coup.
Gerry, one of our friends, should be here, hopefully for this episode, if not for the one after.
Yeah.
He's flying in, and this was the only time we could do this, so hopefully he gets here.
Yep. Sir Richard. Who wants to play Sir Richard?
Not me. He already said, don't kill my guy.
Yeah, all he said in an email earlier was don't let Brian kill him, because he's afraid as soon as he's not here to drive Sir Richard, you're going to just chop his head off.
I feel like it's your responsibility.
I've done that before, right?
Yeah?
I like when you're Richard, because then you know all the secrets. And you
I
can
mean,
play
that's
with
based on a past history.
Yeah, you and Gerry's characters are just a
But no,
pain in the
did
balls.
I kill one of Gerry's guys, or I've killed...
I don't know if you've killed him, but you've fought with him over and over, trying to introduce a new character, and I'm trying to make it cool and dramatic, and always you and Gerry just immediately want to punch, your characters want to punch each other.
Right,
and then you want to punch each other in real life, and then it turns into like a mid-90s D&D cautionary tale where the parents are like, Satan's behind this, and it's all real, and it causes
But it's our
hatred.
wives instead.
Yeah. So hopefully Gerry comes back soon. He may
fucking
pop
kill
into
him.
the studio here in a little bit.
All right.
We're talking about the same Gerry, right?
Nickname for Nazis? No?
Star of World War Z.
Duggan. Oh shit.
What happened last week?
Yeah.
What's that you got there? Is that a rap?
Chicken food, Peter.
Oh, fajita pita, that's nice. It's low in calories.
Hey, I have a rap here,
Yeah.
too. My
And it's
name
not.
is Blaine, and I'm here to say that I like to rap. I'm going to rap today. Hey, 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 and a whoa, whoa, whoa.
As long as it's a long A sound, he can rhyme anything. What happened? You guys were finally the invasion had begun on the gas giant, and the ship, the mothership, the collector vessel that you've been tracking for this whole week has finally showed up, and they seem to initiate things with some type of chemical attack or like a gassing of the inhabited areas, and you guys had ended up splitting into two groups. Sarah, Mildred, and Sir Richard had used your naked dwarf body as a sort of disguise and had snuck aboard the collector ship. The rest of you had followed in the skiff once it left, and you all went up to the mothership, and you have reunited there after Bart dispatched of some sloppily but effectively dispatched of some collector guards, and now you're in the dreadnought that flew up to the mothership, and I'm not even really sure what the plan is. So I think that's where we pick up right now. Is you're now a couple short like hull turns away from being on board the gigantic wedge shaped vessel that the collectors have been flying here at super slow speed, and I'm interested to see where we go with this.
We definitely did not really get past this point, plan-wise.
We're kind of right back where we started.
Yeah.
Like way at the very beginning.
Yeah, except you're on board an even bigger ship now.
We're dumb.
This is so Blair Witchy.
It's not. I mean, it's essentially space, but it's in like a low orbit, so you definitely would not want to go outside, even with your water elemental necklaces. But here we are. What's the plan? You guys, I think the plan was that you just wanted to raise hell and see what was going on, but now you're facing.
What does Sir Richard say that Bahamut says that we should do?
Oh, there we go. Turn to the DM-driven character.
Where's our deck of many things?
Sir Richard says, Bahamut tells me nothing.
Sounds like Tonto.
Better than your Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I was just about to do that. I was just about to drop that.
Let's take control of the ship and fucking turn things around. Where are we now exactly? We're in a docking bay?
You're just inside the dreadnought. So you guys had met. Yeah, you're right on the edge between the dreadnought and the mothership. You guys had been disembarking, Mildred and Sir Richard, and you guys had been rushing over to meet him. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions that could be answered on this ship, but it's a big ship. There's also a lot of heads to get bashed in, if that's the way you wanted to roll, too.
Okay.
He's in character right now.
Let's do that and try not to set off any alarms or anything.
Okay.
So we're just gonna wander the halls.
Well,
Yeah.
We could pretend to be carolers.
I know we can have R2 plug in and find a map of the place.
Let's do it. I wish I would have programmed R2 to speak English.
What is Stargo?
Did Stargoyle, did
say?
you leave him on the skiff,
no.
or is he with you? He
was there ready to make a quick.
I think Stargoyle was in the ship keeping it kind of running.
Ah, okay.
I
There was
thought
some
you called them over
interesting.
at the last minute, though.
No,
No?
When you left, we had this question. Yeah, I don't know, but you can call it right now. If you want him with you, then he came with you.
Stargoyle.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Good move.
Yeah?
We'll just tell him to lock it up and put the club on it. Get all the tapes off the seat.
And then you told him that, and now he's with you.
Yeah.
So you're running with Stargo. Okay, all right.
Cool. And the ship is totally cloaked. And it's in a parking lot at a Payless in Van Nuys,
Now
and no one will know that we're there.
Now we're really retconning this shit. No. The ship's just docked, so hopefully.
Hey, question for you guys: what did you do with the other Mildred?
Who? Oh yeah, she's.
I just have been
I think we
thinking a
just
lot
left
about.
her. Didn't we just leave her there?
You just left. You just left her there.
Yeah.
Just left.
That's not the
Look
real
at
Mildred.
Brian's face. I
You're
wish
the
the
important
podcast
Mildred.
could convey images.
I feel like we talked about what to do.
They talked about this actually. Yeah, I forget if this was online or offline, but they actually talked about this between themselves, amongst themselves, shortly after the decisions had been made. And
Hey, should
moves.
we have brought her with us?
Oh.
Yeah.
So she. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you don't need
naked
her.
Mildred 2
We don't
is
know what
laying
that
in,
is,
in
what
a
that's
some-
Whatever. It's not you.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it. Fine.
Cool. I just wanted to check in about that, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I just
What
wanted
could
to see
happen?
how my ass looked in these shorts.
Oh, we
could go
chopped it
wrong?
into 30 pieces.
I would actually feel like that would have been preferable to
ate
just
half of it.
leaving
I
it.
stuffed it in 2 old suitcases
It's just so that her.
and left it by the road.
But you didn't really, though, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
She's just sleeping back on the tuft.
We'll just wait for her to awaken and.
Hope for the best.
Yep.
All right, what's the plan? Where we go? I'm flipping the hourglass.
God damn it.
Go back and kill her.
Don't make
decoy.
DM. Don't make Glenishmore run this thing right
What
now.
are our directions we can go?
Do we still have the?
Back where we came from?
Glenishmore.
Right now you're essentially back on board the dreadnought that flew up here that you guys tailed,
Right.
or on board the big ship, which I assume that has to be where you were headed.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
That's where I'm headed.
Certainly.
You can also, Sir Richard says, he's like, maybe we should, or how can Jay? Maybe he does real deep and he gets in here. Maybe we should should we follow the collector guards with the bodies, or I don't know. This is some. That's what we would have done.
Wow, it's like he's not here.
It's Rich very little.
It's amazing. It made me feel like Jerry's driving here or something and not with us.
I mean, let's just go ahead, but we are probably all just going to die.
I'm most concerned about trying to just stop this whole thing. I don't know if researching the clones and whatnot is going to do much for us.
And don't forget there was a critical, and I'll just reiterate that this is critical in case it didn't sink in. There was a critical bit of intel that Stargoyle discerned while he was putzing around on the bridge of the skiff, as far as like calculating that there was a point of origin for all the ships in transit. So there's this spot on the map somewhere that seems to be like where everything came from.
Oh.
It's just empty space on the map, but
Well, we could probably access different computers here too and find out
For sure.
Yeah, like I would kind of like to see where our home world is in relation to this whole thing. Because remember, we're far from home, and I have all my stuff. My cats are dead by now.
Are there any of those?
Do you guys have all my
drawing
stuff? By the way,
things?
do I get all my stuff back? Because they had it, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we left it with the other you.
Now,
How thoughtful.
Now here's another thing that I would like to sort of get straight in my head. When we're sneaking around, we see basic types of these collector guys. We see the guys in the white robes. We see
Wait,
guys.
you guys aren't sneaking around yet, though.
I'm just saying
Or just-
I'm just saying what to expect. We have the guys with the white robes, the guys with the red robes.
Yeah.
We have the big
Regular
giant
humanoid guards.
regular humanoid guards. We have the big sort of steampunky
the clockwork.
Yeah, those
guys.
fucking things.
big
I hate.
Bioshock things.
Yep.
And then
The sort of the white robed drones. You've seen a bunch of them so far. You haven't seen too much of the only sort of those are connected somehow to what's going on with the body switching and the cloning, but you're not sure yet how that combines. So you've seen that the ships fly in, gas the place, and then start to offload clones, swapping them for the originals, and then just murdering the originals, and leaving the clones in their place, and then presumably just going away. Like there isn't like a scorched earth. So, but it can't be good.
There's very little
And
good.
there's
happening right now.
and there's something happening on this ship that may. This seems to be some type of hub of activity. Maybe it's just a big transportation hub, but
could be the comedy
it's
club
more
down
than
on
that.
Lido deck.
So there is, even though it's
go to
moving
the
backwards,
talent
there
show.
is intel to be gathered from what happens on the planet now with all the clones on it, right?
yeah.
I mean, that's another, even though that's just backtracking and is really dull, that's also the other thing we could do, would be go back and see what happens with all the clones.
Yeah, I mean, are they being offloaded and sent back? Are they being kept on the main ship?
No, the clones.
No.
Remember the clones they unload.
I'm sorry, I
and
mean
this-
the ones they've collected.
Oh, they're just being killed.
They just-
Oh, right.
These Sir Richard and Mildred saw them just being executed and hung up.
That's terrible.
Which is something you guys had run
They had
into
it
a long
coming. They
time
shot a
ago
cop.
earlier in the hold of the ship.
And then when the clone confronted her dead, who was actually her original, then she started to, bleed from the eyeballs and stuff, if I recall. So that was what was
like short circuited, yeah.
kind of freaking
Just
me
be
out a
glad
little.
you're not a clone.
I guess if my clone will explode when she sees me.
Yeah,
All
you,
right.
you won't feel anything.
He says confidently.
Okay, well, someone needs to make a decision.
Yep.
So
Yeah, the hourglass is up.
Well, you know what? We could. Another thing we do is if we stay on this big mothership and it goes back to some sort of collector home world, then we can see what's going on, where these guys
Yeah,
are from, where they're
that's-
using everything from. So we may as well just kind of like sort of find like I don't know, some sort of Blofeld study that we can hang out in with, like a spiral staircase and shag carpeting on the walls, maybe some bumper pool and a big aquarium.
That's
We hang out there
Big
until
white Angora cat.
So
Yeah, while the ship
Blackie's
flies
proposing stowing away for a bit.
not stowing
I'm not
away, but
against
sort of
going back to the source.
Yeah, because I mean, as long as we know where our ship is, and if this whole thing is moving, we can stay close to it, or at least keep track of where we are,
Right.
and get out if we have to. But it's a free ride back to whatever's going on here.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Fine by me.
So Richard is a little perturbed by the idea of hiding, but
How long are we talking about? We don't know.
you don't know.
I'll do it for now.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't want to
We can
stab something in a
we
little
can
bit.
research.
yeah, I'm
There's a
not
hiding.
saying that we just like
But lay low and kind of,
And
Yeah.
also hope that
If we have
back.
to kill somebody to stay on the ship quietly, that's okay.
yeah, exactly. We can have fun.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, we can look around.
Well,
see what's happening.
it's either hiding or not hiding.
I think we
pretty
have to
much.
find another sort of console and
Okay.
do a little more recon as to what their plan might be.
Let's find a good
If
hiding
anything's
spot.
heading back to that,
But if one
center
person
spot.
finds you,
we will
potentially
kill them. We'll kill the hell out of
Okay.
them.
All right. Sorry, that was Sir
Quietly.
Richard. But if we
Very quietly.
okay. All right. So, what's the first order of business then? Find a hiding spot. Do you want to just hide on the? Should we just hide on our ship, or should we
Find a hiding spot near a console.
Let's kind of maybe we could just walk around with a map upside down like we're tourists.
Yeah,
Act
we
like
can
we're
hide on
looking
our
for a
ship.
bank machine or something. Nobody will notice us.
The DM whispered as Gerry that we could
That was
hide on our
Jerry.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys want to crawl through an air conditioning duct? And we're like, yeah, come on to the house. We'll have a few lunch.
I don't have a lighter.
All right. That makes Brian laugh every time. It's like a weird laugh button that is super easy to push. All right. So then you guys are going to set up back at the ship, hang out for a bit, see what happens, and we're going to fast forward in time. And
Now we all have beards and long fingernails.
all right, then I'm going to roll the percentile.
Wandering monsters.
and
Oh no,
see-
rust monster.
Exactly. Encounters.
Gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube.
You know, it's.
Fond memory.
I got really upset when I heard that Gelatinous Cube died in that car accident.
What?
Yeah, like 5 years ago. Didn't you? You heard about it, right?
Okay.
I
Like
don't
he
get
was-
the
I-
reference.
You remember Gelatinous Cube from D&D, right? Mm-hmm. Totally died in that car accident, like outside of Joshua Tree.
See, he's saying it's like an old memory, and then you'd be sad when you heard what happened to your old friend, memory friend,
The Gelatinous Cube.
Yeah.
the gelatinous cube.
I was picturing it was a rock band and their plane went down. We lost Gelatinous Cube that day.
Poor guys.
So you guys hide. You seal up you spray paint the inside of the windows.
Will we jump with the ship if the ship jumps?
Hope
We're
so.
docked.
We hope.
Let's just
What
put a
does
for sale
Gargoyle
sign in
say?
the window and people just leave it alone.
Well, yeah,
hundreds of those
it's hard to
ships
say,
docked
but
on there.
the assumption is yes,
Okay.
because all the
Yeah.
other ships are just docked externally on this thing. So
Put up a Borders book sign.
okay, so you guys move back into the
Tarot.
the skiff, and you wait. Now I just rolled. You wait for one full day, so you're just chilling, and you're halfway expecting like somebody to come down and check out the ship and what it's doing here.
They're too busy to do that.
But nobody shows up. So one full 12-hour run.
During this, Richard was talking about laying hands on me to heal me up.
Oh yeah, for Glenish more.
I mean, I'm down 4 points, but
What? Yeah.
What are you going to do for the next,
I'll let hands on
the
you.
other 11 hours and 57
Do for
minutes?
Glenishmore again like that.
It was. Everything starts to sound like my shitty Bruce Willis.
No, but
For
that one,
Glenish more.
that sounds like in Ferris Bueller where they're trying to pretend they're older people calling the restaurant.
Sausage King.
Yeah. Abe Froman.
Improvement.
Okay, so full day passes. The dreadnought that you parked next to, that you followed up, has stayed, and you've heard marching and movement out in the docking area, but nobody has come by. Looking out the windows, part of your view is obscured by the mass of the dreadnought, but looking out the other way, you can almost like it's a ceiling. The ship that you've docked with just extends out like an inverted horizon. It's just, this thing is just huge. So maybe they didn't notice you. Maybe this is you actually literally were under the radar, too small to even pick up. But for a full day, they don't notice you. And then I rolled through about halfway through the second day, and you still had no encounters. Nobody shows up. But halfway through the second day, it seems that the business here seems to be done. You feel the faintest shift in your center of gravity. You don't have any frame of reference outside, really, to see if you're actually moving, but you just can sort of feel it. A quick conversation with Stargoyle confirms that you have started to move very ponderously. And you see, after maybe 30 minutes, you see other dreadnoughts, tiny. They look just like little slivers, sort of coming up from different parts of the planet that you guys were on. Looking down, we're low enough to it. You can kind of see the shape of the planet, but it's not like you can see the ball of the planet there. It's you guys are still pretty close in. Seems to be the ship is collecting up all the dreadnoughts and slowly preparing to leave, presumably, or to relocate to some other part of the atmosphere here. After another hour or so, you don't see any more dreadnoughts coming up, and there is another shift, and under some type of sort of standard drive, this thing starts to get into motion, and you can actually see the gas giant drifting away behind you. Conferring again with Stargoyle, you see that the ship is actually heading like right back on the course that it came in on.
To that spot.
To somewhere.
I know it.
But that is like at least a week's trip. So you're gonna have to
like cards
scavenge. Yeah. Do you guys have enough? What's the food sitch?
Oh, we have so much food.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We docked right next to a snack machine too.
Because I don't think
food.
you guys might have to scavenge if we fast forward through a full like week and a half. And I don't know. Well, Gerry doesn't know. So Richard doesn't know what you might find out there.
There's no way we can take control of this thing.
No, there's like thousands.
We're
right?
facing thousands of people.
It's like the state of Texas.
Yeah.
In size and anger.
What if I want to get an abortion?
Maybe I'll actually figure that out. So is that what you guys want to do? Or are you guys going to go?
Yes, we all want to get abortions.
Yeah? You could fly your ship. We could fly our ship around. We could jump in that thing. We could
have a transvaginal.
I just want to go back to Glenishmore.
We'll just wait, I guess.
Glenishmore.
Till we get.
Yeah. Do we figure out the food thing?
We have some rations.
You'll have to.
Sure.
We'll have to look around. Find a
You'll have to go exploring at some point.
Yeah.
All right.
There are humans on the ship, right? So we can just sort of.
Well, unless they're clones and they don't have to eat or something. I don't want to put any ideas in the DM's head.
No, but you've seen. Well, no, I won't go there.
Canteen.
I can't say it.
Rooms full of toilets.
There's so many toilets.
It's full of toilets. Okay,
Han
so
Solo
then
turning the corner on the stormtroopers, but it's all toilets.
we're waiting.
Yes.
Am I playing? I'm playing and DMing this thing. This
fine.
is a one-man show. Let's do it.
We'll see you
I'm like
later.
Dick Van Dyke. All right.
You're like that Daft Punk.
Okay, so we're going to fast forward then until you guys need food. Then you're going to be forced to do some recon, unless something interrupts you at the ship first. At which point it's like go time then.
Yeah.
Fashion montage, trying on leather jackets.
Yeah.
I like the barbarian. Was he belching He was belching Stargoil's name earlier.
It's got to be 2 burps to do it right.
Yeah.
I'll get it. Yeah. I'll fucking nail that shit. Just stick around, listener.
Okay.
I've got 32 ounces of beverage.
So you guys move. The ship starts moving. The outside, the windows go from this sort of hazy gray of the upper atmosphere that you were in, and eventually it turns black, and there's like the brilliant stars shining, and you guys are definitely in transit.
Sorry, we got to take a break. But
Oh yeah.
before we do, this cup is terrible. On the 62 ounces of soda or whatever the fuck it is from a certain restaurant, it says make a late night foodie call. Because it sounds like that thing when you're going to go fuck somebody or get your dick sucked, but you get your dick sucked by a taco.
Jack.
Yeah.
2 tacos for $1.
You can fuck a chimichanga.
Sweet.
All right.
That sounded like a Blaine ad, and it's
Yeah.
actually printed on your cup.
Go, Blaine.
Here we go.
Let's take a real break and then we'll come back and tell you what. Oh, wait. Oh, my God, he wrote a song.
Hey everybody, this is the Fonz. Whoa! And I'm here to tell you kids, if you're crossing the street, look both ways. Whoa!
Oh my god. Wow.
Google Fonz.
Back to you, Brian and
It's
Nerd
from
Poker
Arrested
Gang.
Development.
Whoa!
You know him from Arrested.
Take a break. We're back.
All right, space adventures. Engage.
Stargoyle.
Okay, so you.
I'm gonna go find my father, Darth Vader.
Is there any sort of like mall directory on this ship?
Well, hold on. You guys had just
shit.
left the atmosphere. You'd moved into space, and you guys were just stowing away. I was skipping, fast forwarding through time to see how long you guys made it without something happening. And about 3 hours after the ship first started moving, you're still on the ship. You're still at high alert levels, and Blackie, you hear with your sharp elven hearing, you hear footsteps, and you've perked up every time over the last 15 hours that somebody's walked by outside, waiting for them to rap on the door or whatever. But this time you hear the footsteps moving outside in the hallway, and then they stop right outside where the hatch, your hatch and the docking bay's hatch sort of connect.
Places, everybody.
I feel like Anne Frank.
Yeah, and after a second, you see the outer part of the part of the hatch that twists open start to rotate. So somebody's walked up and is definitely coming in. So you have about a round right now to get yourselves in position.
Stack up on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like the jig is up. Maybe they know you're here. Maybe this is just to see what this ship is. But
just the
somebody's
janitor.
definitely coming in.
Yeah.
So we're next to the door, ready to destroy.
It's a maid. There's a piso mojado sign up.
Cuidado. Piso mojado.
Okay, so the door spins up, thump, and swings into the ship. And standing outside at the door is one white-robed figure who you traditionally have assumed would be the duplicates, and one guard standing behind them. And everyone seems Everyone seems
I thought we were
equally enthused.
I thought we were to the side of the door so they wouldn't like see us right away.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you were
stacking up on either side.
Got it.
Yeah.
I thought you guys
You
were
thought we
just
were
getting
just
ready
waiting,
to.
like,
No, I thought you were getting ready to just kick.
We're getting ready to yell,
you.
surprise!
Okay, so you're
Now,
hiding.
who are you dressed as? Oh, you dressed as one of those creepy white robed collectors. Oh, look at you. Here's a mound.
Okay, so you guys on either side of the door, out of sight, stack up. Got it. The door opens, and walking in directly in between you, a white-robed figure appears and looks completely startled.
Great axe.
Okay, you also hear the footsteps of what you assume to be one of the humanoid guards behind her.
Great axe. Oh, it's a woman?
In the white, yeah, it's a woman.
Was a woman.
Okay.
I'm pulling the second person into the room and trying to close the door.
Weren't the white robes always men?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lady Godiva was a freedom rider. She didn't care if the whole world looked.
Does this one happen to look a little like Mildred as I lop her head off?
No, this is a human.
There's no
You haven't seen-
restrain and question plan at all, or
What?
restrain and question?
Oh, we didn't talk about it.
Yeah,
You haven't-
That's all right.
yeah.
The second guy.
You haven't seen any women in the white robes on the Dreadnought, I don't
I
think.
don't remember seeing any women.
It was all men back on the water planet.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Well,
Mark
that
the
was.
Mon needs a T-shirt that says, you should have said something. Because I'll just do...
Hell yeah.
If you didn't want me to, you should have said something.
So then, yeah. So you guys but you've seen women in white on the exchange vehicles, like hanging dead or being rolled out. You just haven't seen them in the working areas yet.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
it seems, because normally if there would have been a duplicate made, it seems like they offload them. So either way, she's on point. So
Would dipshit try to stop me before I...
I don't know. I'll roll a d20 and you roll a d20 and we'll see who. We all immediately understood who dipshit was, huh?
Yes, of course.
I just rolled a 10 for Sir Richard to see if he's able to interfere with.
What do you got, fuckface? No. Oh, shit. By one.
You rolled a 9?
9, yeah.
All right, so.
God damn it, dipshit.
So Brian goes for the fatality on this woman. And
Well, I was asking, would he try to stop me? But I guess he is.
Yeah,
You
well,
think
he's
he
going to
would.
try.
You think he would?
Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah.
So he interferes. He's like, what are you doing? She's unarmed. And
That's
you,
classic Jerry.
Am I able to pull the other one in?
You're making,
Shut the door?
yeah. So, well, you got to do one or the other. I assume probably pull
Pull
him
him
in. Yeah. Okay.
I'll shut the door.
Someone grab the door.
Okay. So the guard barely manages to get his hand on the pommel of his sword before you guys are on top of him. You drag him in as your
I'm
roll.
dragging
Let's
him
hear.
in.
Let me see the dice tray, Brian. Let's just make sure that this is sort of your attack here.
Sort of.
But dice tray.
And Mildred, you're gonna try and seal the door up behind him, right?
Yep.
Blackie, what are you doing?
Whatever, just 20 straight decks or whatever.
I'm just
Yeah, just a straight D20.
ready to go.
See, yeah,
That's
okay.
pretty good. What is that, 19?
19.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Blackie's standing by.
Yeah, I'm just ready to go.
All right, so you grab him, slam him back against the far wall of the skiff. Mildred, you swing the door shut with a
Heroically shut.
clunk, dial it in. Now you have the woman in white She drops immediately down onto her haunches and just like puts her fists over her ears and just closes her eyes and is just in a sort of like a fetal position on her feet on the floor, right where she stood as soon as she saw you guys. And she just hunches up like that.
Fucking weird.
The guard flies back against the wall. He doesn't pull his sword, though. He puts his hands out, and he's looking back and forth at all of you warily.
Okay, I pat the lady on the shoulder. I'm like, we just want to ask you some questions.
All right. She's just sitting there rocking.
You need to stop rocking, though. So it's not cool.
Because the van's going to start knocking.
Gas, grass, or ass. Usually winds up being gas.
The guard, he mutters something at you guys, but you can't understand what he's saying.
Nobody can.
Nobody can?
No.
Fuck.
What about this lady?
He sounds like a Star Fox character.
What about this lady? I'm asking the lady if she can she understand?
No. If she can, she's not making any indication of it. She's just gone into some sort of weird, like, defensive mode now. She's
People are
just
fucking
clenching her eyes shut.
Somebody use their
Persuasion.
Intimidate?
Yeah.
their powers.
I could step over and whip out the 20 charisma.
Tell them what I almost did if Fuckface didn't stop me.
I'm going to go over to the...
dipshit.
But they don't,
Thank
if
you
neither
very
of them
much.
speak our language, it's going to be hard to...
I'm going to go over to the woman. I'm going to try to get her to open her eyes.
Okay. To the point where you would even pry her eyes open, like with your hands?
No, I think I'm probably just going to kind of get up close and kind of, sort of like do a little Eskimo nuzzle. So she's going to have to see what's going on.
Okay,
it's going to be a little friendly at first. That's an 8, I
and
guess.
What's your what stat? Are you doing intimidate?
I'm doing intimidate, which is a charisma, which is an 11.
All right, and that's the bonus?
That's the bonus.
He's trained and he has the charisma.
Yeah, because I have a charisma of...
God.
Hold on, it's right.
Mine's 8.
How much is
I
it?
always forget what your stats are.
Here
I know
it is.
my stats,
Here it
but
is.
I
It
feel
is
like I don't
20.
know anybody else.
Oh, that's
He
very
rifled
high.
through all his
very
papers.
high, Chris.
He just has one sheet with a huge 20 printed on it, and like font 500.
I feel like Brett Summers in Match Game. I said 20.
All right, so while there's this really awkward standoff happening here on the skiff, the guard is slowly, very slowly, he's reaching down towards his belt
No.
to
Restraining.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So, like pushing in on him. All right.
Yeah.
So he doesn't resist. He moves, like his arms come back. It looked like he was fumbling with his belt, maybe like to drop the sword belt onto the floor.
Just tie this guy up.
Looking back and scanning between you guys, he apparently wants nothing, no part of trying to 5v1 this fight.
I'm going to give him a nap.
Okay. Now, while this is happening,
I'm gonna
Blaine
Joe
has
Rogan
started. Blaine has crouched down next to this woman, and he started. Are you humming or like what's your?
Were you like nuzzling?
Yeah.
her?
What's your?
Yeah,
Eskimo
I'm just trying to get her to relax so that I can
With your nose?
Yeah, I'm just going to get in there close so she has no choice but to sort of get out of her little defensive thing. It's going to be like a little puppy nuzzle, like, what is this? Because she can't really see what's going on. I also just want to make sure that she's not tuned into some sort of weird psychic security network. I want to try to break whatever sort of trance she's in.
By nuzzling her.
For some reason,
I don't want to punch her because
over anything you guys have done, this is creeping me out more than anything ever.
No, I'm just trying to get in there. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Hey, hi.
All right.
How you doing?
Okay, so Blaine rolled moderate, but his titanic charisma is actually looks like it may actually be able to pull this off. So as you guys are, there's a scuffle in the background, Blaine, but the world seems to fade. It's just you and her now.
Yeah.
You
don't
feel,
even hear me whispering Enter Sandman in French to the guy as I put him to sleep.
Yeah, the sounds of the scuffle fade, and you feel her her hair brushing against your face.
Oh God.
Now, is she like a human?
Yeah.
And is there any kind of weird magic coming off of her? Is there any sort of weird
some kind of magic between the two of you?
Yeah, I mean,
horniness.
I don't mean this to get all Fleetwood Mackie or anything. I'm just saying, it's like, is she trying to? I don't want her to like do some weird explosivo thing like they do when they keen and then explode on us.
Yes,
I want to make sure that if she
doesn't look like it. Okay. This looks like a very natural. It looks like she looks human, but what she's doing seems very sort of automatic.
Yeah, it's fucked up. So is there any way to get her to? Does she speak any English? Does she respond to me at all?
So I like that we all speak English. That just makes it easier.
Or
than common or whatever.
No, common. I speak Dwarven also.
You speak English and Dwarven?
Common and Dwarven.
Whatever.
Yeah, why even bother playing Dungeons and Dragons at all?
Our DM just said whatever.
God, it's so nerdy.
It's just fun
what are you making stuff up?
It's just fun to
I
poke
speak
fun
a
at
fake
Sarah.
language.
Do you speak Dwarven, Sarah?
I probably speak Dragoosh.
Well, actually hate you in this room. Fake that is.
Okay, so she you're sort of getting in there and you're puppy talk chatting on the floor.
Yeah, getting in there FBI style.
In the background, just you barely register that in the background the guard has flown like 15 or 16 feet down the aisle. He left one of his boots on the ground. You see
You clocked him.
Oh no!
You see the legs of the barbarian going after him.
I put to sleep. I mean,
you wanted to. Oh, you literally wanted to Joe Rogan him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleeper hold.
Boy, we're not
sorry.
firing on all pistons today, are we?
I'm sleep deprived.
Okay,
What's your excuse?
So then you see his feet lift up off the floor, kicking and kicking and kicking, but you don't seem to notice, and you're trying to comfort. Eventually, her eyes open. She doesn't doesn't say anything, but she looks at you and
seems
to be unafraid. She's calmed down a little bit.
Roller and
She lowers her arms so she's not covering her ears and she's not got her face scrunched up. She doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna ask her in as many languages as I know, which is probably a bunch.
Yeah.
I know I don't write it down, but I do travel a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna any more of you coming?
Got it. All right. So Brian, while you're choking out the guard, on the floor you just barely can hear Blaine crooning in the ear of this lady. The guard goes limp in your elbow. Mm-hmm. The lady she says a phrase, doesn't register anything with you, but she shakes her head in a sort of universal no gesture. So she apparently has at least some type of rudimentary understanding of common.
Did she come looking for something, or is this just part of her rounds?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out
What's she doing here?
Yeah, I don't know how to ask her. Like,
it doesn't look like there are going to be any complex communication done here.
Do they know about us?
I think they would have said more than.
Does anyone know about us? Other than them.
Does anyone else know besides you?
She shakes her head no, but you're not sure if it came too quick and she just didn't understand, or. But you would assume that they would send like a posse down here if they knew that you guys were here.
Right.
It seems like maybe they just noticed that there was a ship parked here and were checking it out.
What
wasn't on any of their records.
What do you say we just let her go and hope she just trust her and give her $5?
This is the easiest way to just throw a wrench into this group's mechanism, is just throw a hostage at them and they're not sure.
Well, I would almost say let's let Brian or Amarth do his little Unisom impression. His Tylenol PM move.
Well, why don't we just
Can she take us to any sort of control or map or console so we can find our way around.
I just wonder if we get out there that she's just going to do some
Right,
sort of weird
scream.
some sort of weird bolt.
For now, we can just tie her up here and wait it out as we were doing if we don't want to kill her and just want to wait.
Does somebody want to? And I don't want this to sound creepy because I'm already up close. But does somebody want to like take her clothes off real slow and then dress like her and stand in front of a mirror in her underwear for a while?
Done.
And also look for stuff.
Yeah, we can search them.
Yeah.
We have that same problem again where nobody is human except for Sir Richard.
So Richard, but Blackie can sort of pull it off from a distance.
So it's you. It's always been you. You get to take her clothes just as you wished.
And Sir Richard's arm and leg is made of light, so that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my arm. And
So put
hand
your pretty
is
dress
made of light.
on.
I could do that. Yeah. I'm going commando though.
Yeah.
Easy access.
Okay, so she almost like she's a doll. She sort of complies. She stands up, puts her arms above her head, all
She
this
is
stuff.
a
As your
doll.
guys, as you take the robe.
I'm going to avert my eyes, but then I'm going to look right into a mirror, and then I'm going to do a funny take to the camera.
Okay,
And then I'm going to write a letter going, hey, why is there that horrible nudity in that Star Trek movie that sucked?
Yeah. Okay, so you got the robes. You got a sleeping guard.
Go.
So we tie her up,
Yeah.
right? And but I'm going to cover her with something, a blanket or something that we have in here. So
Okay.
she's not.
My
Kisses.
tongue.
So it's like,
Yes, obviously all those, and then a blanket.
yep,
so.
yep.
And poo-poo.
My balls.
Okay, I'm going to put Chewie in the manacles, and we're going to head up to the...
All right, so Richard is
head up
tired
to
of
the coffee
waiting.
bean
I
and-
think this would be a highly appropriate
I'm gonna
time
do
for
like
Sir
that
Richard to
road
get
comic
bored.
and fart on her face and then accidentally.
He says he's
shit.
going to go to the bridge and carry out Bahamut's will.
Wait, I thought we were agreed we were waiting till we landed at this destination. I thought that's what we were doing.
Is
We're
that-
going
is
to
that-
fast forward.
Are you
through
gonna-
the
Yeah, I
time.
mean, we're
Somebody needs to
meanwhile-
talk Sir Richard down because he's bored out of his mind right
Oh,
now.
Richard.
I'm going to fart on his face and accidentally shit. Like that road comic.
We're all
Yeah?
bored.
Yeah?
None of us care.
All right.
Fine. Let's go ahead and. What's that?
Go ahead and what?
What does
Jump?
Richard want to do?
Should we
wants to
even be
storm
playing
the
today?
bridge.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to go out and just sort of take a lap around, see if I can find like a park, a bookstore, some stuff. I'm just going to do like a general recon and see if I can see if there's any... See if I can kind of get a weird basic layout of the ship.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to tell Stargoyle to sort of stay in touch with me mentally so that I can leave little Stargoyle popcorn nuggets on the trail and find my way back to the ship.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Okay, so Blackie's going to go on a recon trip using the robe as a disguise. You guys are going to kick it, keep a low profile. Sir Richard's pacing back and forth, but he's willing to stand down for a little while longer. So then I'm going to have you three put your headphones down, and Blackie, you and I are going to talk about your
leaving?
recon. Yeah, you guys got to bounce for a little bit.
Let's
Yeah.
take a break.
All right, now
What a great break that was.
that was a great break. I
Man,
agree.
we had a lot of great breaks in our gaming history,
so
but
many good breaks.
man, that one goes down in like the top 3.
Too many to list easily.
Yeah,
That
man.
was the third. It barely made the top 3.
Yeah, well, there was that one break we had that was really good. Anyway, I'm sorry, I don't want to get
Yeah,
into the
so
break thing.
Blaine and I are now alone in the studio here. I've left Sir Richard back on the ship, so right now it's just Blackie going on a little bit of a recon. You're wearing the white robe of the woman that you guys subdued. You unseal the door, move out into the hall, which is just like a circular sort of passage around this sort of docking pylon that is attached to the underbelly of the ship. You walk around. It's very familiar to you because you've seen this exact type of thing before back at the sort of base on the water planet.
Okay, I do want to say at this point too that I'm going to try to. I guess I would use my streetwise or something, but I'm going to try to just blend in. I've been studying the movements of all these people and all these weirdos, so I'm not, you know, ding, 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 and
Right.
walking around like a Tex Avery cartoon. I'm trying to look completely...
You're walking around like you belong.
Exactly.
Yeah, hiding in plain sight.
And I'm also doing very well at it.
All right. We'll let the dice decide. All right, so you scoot around the hall and find exactly what we're expecting to find, and that is a chunk of the center area is missing, and it looks or barely missing, but you see sort of an indentation that implies that it's like a column style elevator, like
Another
you'd
elevator.
seen before. Yeah. And it's open to this floor, so the platform of that column is like you could walk right onto it, presumably because they just came down or up to your guys' level.
Okay. Are there any other... Can I see any other movement? Anybody else walking around?
No, because this is just a real small, short little area, like the little hotel, the hallway outside your hotel room. So you don't see anybody here, but you're also not sure if the lift is going to move, and you guys weren't ever able to sort of have authorization. But if you wanted to recon, it's somewhat fortunate that it's on your floor still, and also a little nerve-wracking because you're not sure how to get back down.
Yeah, I don't want to get trapped up in this elevator. I'm just going to see if what Ken was talking about, or Bart. I'm going to see if I can find any sort of control rooms, if there's any sort of like any app or like storerooms, doors, food, anything.
This is literally like a 60-foot radius circle. So you're just in this docking tube. So the only way out of this area is the other docking ports, which are either empty and they open up into space, or the one that you guys went through and met with Mildred and Sir Richard earlier, which leads onto the dreadnought. You'd already been through there.
Yeah.
So it's sort of, to get further in this ship, you'd have to try the elevator. Other than that, you have the dreadnought to explore. Or you relocate with the skiff. You could theoretically
just kind of buzz around on the inside of the ship,
undock, and just fly up to
a different thing.
Right. You could fly up outside using the skiff.
You know, that is true. But there's no, I don't see any other structures. I don't see like windows or control rooms or...
No, this just looks like the very end of the airport terminal here.
Okay, and I don't, the elevator's not moving.
No, not at the moment, yeah.
No activity on the dreadnought. All right, fuck it, I'm just going to go back.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Sorry, I always hate to make everybody leave.
Everyone's going to come back in here now. Tactically, I think that's a good...
Yeah, I don't want to get trapped.
Yeah.
Trapped or separated.
You'd have to do what you did before and get a hostage.
This awkward silence brought to you by that old dude with the ponytail at Starbucks hogging the whole table. Fuck you, dude!
And what else?
What happened? What did you see?
Well, you're never going to believe it. Here, check out these slides. Oh my God. First we went to Angel Falls. It's the highest falls in Venezuela.
So
here's us at Angel Falls.
He was
Here's us at the
literally
hotel.
gone for about 30 seconds.
Wow.
We're sort of there's the only way out of where we are, our area, is one of those elevators that we haven't been able to control.
that's
one
fun.
of those central things that just sort of opens up on various levels of attacks. Outside of there's another port that leads to the dreadnought that we could go back into and go fuck around the dreadnought, or we can detach the skiff and maybe fly it around to some different ports inside the ship, or escape with our lives if we want to. So I don't want to get separated, by going in the elevator and then not being able to, going down to P2 and not knowing where I'm parked, and I'm walking around. And then I go up to P3. How'd I get on P4? I must have been on P2 in the first place.
And flying back, I don't know if we have range on the ship to do that. I don't know why we'd do that anyway, since we're already here. Oh, man. The fuck?
I'm not even stepping in.
Well, what would Jesus do? Jesus, it's crazy. But it just might work.
Okay, so we either storm the ship, really though, or we wait it out until we get where we're going.
We can't storm the ship.
Right, so there's no
odds are impossible.
There's no point.
I say we just sit tight.
But we also just mentioned that you could use the ship as the alternate to the elevator, so you could just fly up a few floors of docking. Then you may not have to get stuck on the elevator.
But it doesn't. We have just as much information about where we dock as we do about riding the elevator. I mean,
right.
And there's a greater chance of us getting caught.
Yeah, it doesn't really get us anything to use the ship in that way.
I mean, if we're just staying down here, we could deal with it, unless I would say that we can sit down here if another contingent of people come down and start fucking with us, then we can detach and leave. But other than that, I'd say we just sort of stay put until we find out where the ship is going.
And the ultimate goal is
cut the snake's head off.
Go to where they're going.
Or whatever that expression is.
Yeah, to go to this collector world and find out what's going on. I'm just sort of curious
as
now.
Opposed to
just sort of finding a map that leads us back to home. There's that. But then again, there's adventure in outer space.
Yeah. All right, so chilling with the ostriches.
I think we were just saying it just feels like we feel like we don't really have any options because it's too big an enemy, but no clear path to another.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're kicking it then for now, right?
I say, we just sort of
monitoring.
Yes, we're having a breakdance competition.
All right.
Stay in shift.
Kick it. Okay. I'm gonna roll some encounter dice here. Dice. That's how Germans say it. Okay.
What do you got, Blaine?
If we don't need it.
No, we need it. Him rolling is brought to you by...
Hey, everybody, it's me, Fonzie. Whoa! Hey, if you're gonna have premarital sex, don't forget to wrap that rascal so you don't get AIDS. And that's one the Fonz on. Back to you, Brian Posehn and the Nerd Poker Gang. Whoa!
Is Fonzie doing all the ads today?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's got a movie coming out.
All right.
Fonzie.
I'm stumped. I gotta be honest, because it's gonna be like a week and a half.
So just roll. Let's just get this shit over with. Let's just roll.
No,
roll.
but I'm stumped.
You didn't expect us just to sit here?
Well,
neither did we.
Let's call it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
let's call it and decide.
It's just gonna be somebody else comes to the door.
Right.
Then you're going to fight them. Then they're going to notice that 4 people are missing. And then they're just going to come push your shit in. You're going to fly the ship away. And then...
Well, whose fault is that?
I didn't fly you guys up here. Are you fucking put up or shut up? Are you going to do something?
Let's call it and reorganize and, yeah.
All right.
Figure it out. You've been listening to Nerd Poker, D&D with BP and F. I always say I'm not going to do that anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you did.
Well, you didn't. I did. Hi.
Okay.
No, not the mouth farts, BP and F. Oh. He doesn't like BP and F.
That's stupid.
Mouth farts are cool, though?
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing it.
Eat your heart out, Gerry.
Brian Posehn. Nerd Poker with Brian Posehn. Or D&D with Brian Posehn and friends.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com